It's I don't give a federal fuck at I don't give a federal fuck on YouTube. All right. I'm just saying, if you from Cream Cheese, Wisconsin, and you never been around black people your whole life, I believe that you get an automatic pardon on your first incident of racism. I, the black delegation, believe that you should be entitled to a pardon on your first incident of racism. Now, after that, your ass should know better. But you came from Cream Cheese, Wisconsin. You never been around black folk, so you don't really know how the shit work. But if your incident of racism leads to bodily harm, your pardon is revoked. I just believe a lot of us are not as empathetic as we should be. I mean, let me just say this right here, and I want to make this clear to all my black women, all my white women, all my brown women, all my yellow women, right? If there were green women walking the face of this earth, if there were green women walking the face of this earth, I would drop black women like they are a pot of hot water, scalding my hands. I would be pro green every day, and white folk would still be racist. Goddamn pickle lover. I lost my wife to one of those green bastards. Damn broccoli bastards. If there was a new race, white folk would find a way to be racist against them. They got green skin. I heard they spit peas. The blue women? No, I'm not. I would be colorist. I'd be like, oh my God, she's blue. I'm sorry, I can't. It's not racism. It's just personal preference. I don't date blue women. I only prefer green women, which I think is like that cloak and dagger racism. That racism cloaked in personal preference. The reason why I consider it racism, if you won't even consider getting to know a person just because of their ethnicity or race, just that's the sole factor, not preference, because you should be concerned about being with a good person first. But that whole preferential racism, like I done ran across so many, when I used to date on Tinder and all of that stuff, I ran across so many profiles. If you're black or you can keep scrolling. What the fuck is that shit? I'm not racist, but if you're black, you can keep scrolling. What the hell is that? That's that preferential racism. Now, don't get me wrong. You might have, you might prefer to date within your culture, and that's cool. But to say that you absolutely, positively won't give anybody a shot just based upon the color of their skin, like, I'm not saying, I always said that I could never say that I would never marry a white woman because you don't know who you're going to meet in life. You know? Hell, if I would have met Denise Richards, shit, I would have had little Steph Curry's running all around the house. If I would have met young Jessica Simpson, I would have had Steph Curry's running all around the house. But I prefer to date black women. So I didn't meet Denise Richards. She says she doesn't like the way their eggplant looks. I don't know why they call black men colored. We're one color, our whole body. You white guys, man, it's white guys out there with brown dicks. White people like 7 different colors over their whole body. But we the colored ones. A white person's body look like a bag of crayons. But we the colored ones. They got purple and blues and reds and greens on one body. We just brown. You know? White people, I'm just playing with y'all. I'm like, don't kick me out. Yes, a boss. Y'all good, boss. Just playing, boss. I'm just playing with y'all. Say I'm pink, not white. Who came up with white as a color for them anyway? You know? They should. How about mauve? The mauve people. Because white is white. Nobody's white. If somebody was white, it would scare the shit out of us. Like, you know, now you got some people that's black, like blue black. The Anunnaki, yes. We're going back to conspiracy theories. The Anunnaki, I believe in that shit. I believe in that shit. You know, I believe black folk came here, started all of this shit, got tired and left. But I read one interesting conspiracy theory is that the Anunnaki came down here to mine gold, and they genetically engineered us from the goddamn monkeys. 5G is real. So what's the whole 5G conspiracy? That they trying to control our brains or something? Homie needs to stop drinking. Me? I really don't drink, man. I don't drink at all. You know? I did have a shot yesterday. Man, a bottle of vodka will last me damn near a whole year, unless I got company. Different radio waves can affect the brain and body. 5G makes our body sick. I do believe that we don't fully, I can't say for sure that it makes us sick because I haven't seen any type of information upon that, but I do believe that all of these waves, it can't be good having a Bluetooth waves going through your head every single day. You know? Everybody talk about 5G, but nobody talk about Bluetooth. It cannot be good to have Bluetooths going through your head every day. You know? But y'all bet not. Y'all need to stop burning them towers down because I need fast internet. And if fast internet, if a poisoned body is the price that I have to pay for fast internet, leave my 5G alone. Why don't you go burn down the gas station that has the cigarettes? You hypocritical bastards. They're going to kill us. They're going to kill us. You smoke cigarettes, don't you? You smoke cigarettes, don't you? It's my choice to shut up. Damn it. Y'all leave them 5G towers alone. Y'all mess with my internet. Y'all mess with my internet, you 5G conspiracy theorists. And it's going to be hell to pay. Black folk don't play about their internet, y'all. That's something that we just picked up recently. Why am I? I'm disappearing in and out. Alexa, turn off the living room lights. All right, there we go. So, I thought they gave up on 5G conspiracy theories. I guess they didn't. They're coming for me. Well, they know where I am. Come on, get me. Oh, well. That's one of the reasons why, I did activism before, but I never really wanted. No, I will not have her rap for me. I do not. I know. But I did have Alexa on that Samuel L. Jackson voice. He don't know my phone is 5G. I got a conspiracy for you. God is water. Is that a conspiracy or is that just a belief system? You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know? But God is water to a human being. And if you don't got water, you're not living. Air and water. You can go for a while without food, but without water, good luck. God is water and woman. Ain't that two of the same thing? I do not know what the elders of Zion is. Somebody please school me on that. I asked that question earlier. Crop circles. I saw the movie Signs. Some of them crop circles is fake, but some of them is real. It's some shit out. The Navy just had videos of some shit out there flying sideways and then taking off and then stopping immediately. And you telling me that thing can't make a crop circle? Yes, some of them crop circles are real because they are. The movies told me so. M. Night Shyamalan told me in Signs that they was real. And I believe M. Night Shyamalan. And whatever M. Night Shyamalan says, I believe in M. Night Shyamalan. It goes to detach from reality. All right, look at it again. Grounded in reality. COINTELPRO, grounded in reality. Operation Mockingbird, grounded in reality. NSA stuff, grounded in reality. MK Ultra, grounded in reality. These are all real things that happen. The next one, I don't think Epstein didn't kill himself. That's grounded. I believe that should be down there. That should be a little grounded in reality. And this is a billionaire who had a whole bunch of friends. He didn't have a funeral. Even serial killers have a funeral. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. I might hey, you need to explain yourself because I don't tolerate the Holocaust deniers, man. And no disrespect, but I think you need to keep that somewhere else. All right. I don't want to disrespect a whole group of people. That's like people saying slavery wasn't real. All right. I hate to do this, guy, but you're not listening. So, I blocked that guy. I just can't. I can't do those, man. I can't do the Holocaust deniers and slavery deniers. I can't do that at all. I have no tolerance for that. I'm pretty cool with every other opinion that people got. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't. I can't deal with that one. You know, when you talk about untold millions of suffering and all of that stuff. You know, bro said there wasn't 6 million. Man, I don't. The J word is a word that you know, because if you say it, I was watching Pianist. The Pianist is one of my favorite movies, right? And the word Jew is not a bad word, but it's how you say it. And I remember in The Pianist, right? This when Adrian Brody's character fell and made a whole bunch of noise, and that lady knocked on the door, and he tried to sneak out, and she came out the door. The way she said Jew was hateful. Stop him, a Jew. Like, damn. Now that is how you say the same word with hate. Many consider it a slur, but I don't understand how you can consider that a slur when it's like on the news. Jewish people, Jews, you know what I mean? When you say it with respect, it's cool, you know? It's like black. You ever heard somebody, white say black and it sound racist? They just saying black, you know? He's black. Like, why did you whisper? We're by ourselves. I don't know why I whispered, but sometimes I whisper when I say the word black. But the crazy thing in the community that I grew up in, it's called University City, and for short, they call it U City, right? And it was a community founded by Jewish immigrants that had to move out of the city in St. Louis because they suffered so much racism within the city of St. Louis. So they just moved like right. Basically, it's as close to St. Louis City as you're going to get. It's a little suburb, right? But it's really, y'all ever had them little suburbs that's a part of the city, but they not a part of the city? You know what I'm saying? So, and since it was founded by Jewish people, and the Jewish people and the black people in St. Louis, they had this alliance back then because they were both, persecuted. And the black folk and the Jewish folk, they had communities in St. Louis, in University City. But they used to call U City Jew City because there was so many Jewish people there. Look it up. And matter of fact, another U City fact, Bob Gale, the creator of Back to the Future, went to my high school. So did Tennessee Williams. Yeah. That's right. I'm talking about the STL. What's happening? St. Louis conspiracy. They had all of that radiation underneath the ground and lied to people for years until people started getting all kinds of exotic cancers. I have some pretty, I don't really record anything other than these lives. I was a filmmaker, man, so I got a lot of equipment. Like this camera right here is a Blackmagic 6 camera, you know. Oh, this is my phone camera right here, but if you're on YouTube, you'll see the other camera. So if y'all can, I got 58 people right here, right? Could I get 58 followers, subscribers to my YouTube channel today? It won't take you nothing. You won't hear, you ain't doing shit no way. Go to YouTube at idon'tgiveafederalfuck.com. And you just got to follow that just because of the name, y'all. You got to follow I Don't Give a Federal Fuck on YouTube. You just got to follow that just because of the name. At I Don't Give a Federal Fuck. You might not like me. You might not care. But you got to realize and understand that name kicks ass. You can subscribe and never watch. I really don't care. I don't give a federal fuck. God loves you. Please turn your life around before it's too late. Hey, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Subscribe, peasant. You know, some people, they act mean towards Christians, and all Christians doing is just telling you that God loves you. God loves me. I just know God. All you just saying God love you. You can say thank you and go on about your way. You don't got to be a dick about it. God loves you. God. You know, they concerned about your soul, even if you don't believe you got one. You know, you can say thank you and move on. You know what I'm saying? It's like if a gay man try to hit on you, you know, you don't gotta, hey man, you just say, hey man, thank you, bruh. You know, not that way, and keep it moving. Are black Israelites on that triangle? Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. You know, I really don't know. I don't know. They don't seem to be. Because that's fact. Black Israelites be talking like that's fact. I'm dropping the federal deuce. All right. I'm telling y'all can use that in a situation. Now, you can't break out the I don't give a federal fuck. You know what I'm saying? That is when you are officially fuckless. That is when you are, if you had to write a letter to the United States government to let them know that I am sorry, I don't have any more fucks to give. I have to declare fuck bankruptcy because I have no more fucks left to give. That's when you don't give a federal fuck. That's the only time you use that. You can't use I don't give a federal fuck all willy-nilly. Okay? Yes. Write that to Biden and Pelosi. No, they gonna come and try to find me. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Mariah Ecology is in the building. She's a very talented artist. You guys should subscribe to her. You know, and she's all right to look at too. But don't tell her that. She's gonna get all up in her head, and don't try to hit on her. You know, unless your package is different. She doesn't want to hear anything you have to say. The guy tried to use anti-Semitic because it implies the opposition of all anti-Semitic people, all Semitic people. That is actually technically correct, because to say, it's almost like you can't say you're and what's a group of people, anti-Asian, right? I guess you can say that, but you're talking about, because it's like technically Indian people are Asian. Technically Arabs are Asian. So you can say stop Asian hate. I guess people will be like, well, but you know, technically they are correct, but they're not correct, because when people say Asian, everybody know what you're talking about. But what he's talking about, I believe, is how the people that are in question, it seems like a lot of people are resentful that they hijacked, what they got, Semitism. And they're just saying, hey, those are not the only Semites. We are we are too. So if I'm a Semite, you know, but a Semite can be anti-Semitic because you can be Asian and not like other Asians, which happens to be of a different racial or cultural background. You know? But y'all leave Kyrie Irving alone, man. Y'all leave every ignorant celebrity alone because they are celebrities. Y'all need to be concerned about what your politicians are saying and not what these dumbass celebrities are saying. Do you know that this man played basketball for a living? He was at Duke for like 2 months. He was a billionaire, not billionaire, he was a millionaire when he was like 19 years old. How much sense do you think he has? But just because he's rich, we take his word more personally. Kanye West was a dude with diagnosed mental disorders making beats in his basement due to his mania. That's how he got so good. Come on, y'all. Y'all need to stop taking these celebrities serious. You know? He picked up not the best resource, but still a readily available one. Yeah, and sometimes the resources that are in the African American community, they can seem whenever time somebody says something pro black, everybody think it's anti something else. That's that's a problem sometimes. But back to conspiracy theories. What else we got? Can we talk about mushrooms? We sure can talk about mushrooms. That's one of my favorite subjects. Portobello or button? I know what you're talking about. I'm just messing with you. And they don't know. Listen here, I microdosed. Me being a bipolar manic depressive, I microdosed before I even knew of my diagnosis. And when I say that helped me out immensely, uh, I think I was taking a half a gram. I mixed that in my tea every day. And it worked wonders. It had me, and there was a time where I grew my own, there was a time where I grew my own. Um, so I do recommend it if you got, but mushrooms aren't like the drug. They're not a, they're a recreational drug, I guess, but they're not a drug that you just want to go, hey man, let me get wasted on some mushrooms, because when you have some mushrooms, man, you have an experience. And sometimes that experience is enough for you're not scared of the mushrooms anymore, but you just like, I'm at peace now because I went somewhere in my brain I didn't think I can go. I didn't even think I had that room. I remember the time I had a real experience with mushrooms. It was like everything, everywhere, all at once. And my brain went to a moment that I had when I was 5 years old, and I was remembering it exactly like it happened. Um, and it helped me get over some childhood trauma. Because as a man, I tucked all of that pain away, which a lot of men do, because as men we feel nobody cares, you know. People talk about a lot of madmen in this world. There are a lot of madmen in this world because nobody cares. And if you're white, you nope, definitely nobody cares. So we as men, we got to deal with that as well. Nobody cares about your feelings, Can you pay the bills? Can you pay the bills? Women will have you ride that white horse in your white knighthood to your grave. They'll let you ride off in valor as your whole mental mind and your physical body falls apart. And then when you go, they'll say you were a great provider and marry your best friend. All right, stale champagne. Good chilling with you. You heard me. People got to disconnect from the media a little bit. I get it. Let me reposition my seat. I told you I got a Hank Hill ass, so I got to reposition my seat. I don't got a luxurious booty. You know. There we go. Yeah, I got a pad under here too. Yeah. So what else we got? Anybody else got any conspiracy theories that we want to dissect? I'm gonna look up this Wayfair conspiracy. I need to know what this is. This thing is bothering me. Wayfair conspiracy theory. What is this? Oh. Oh. That Wayfair conspiracy is some real shit. They supposed to be selling kids. That give me more reason not to like welfare. Not welfare, Wayfair. You know what? Wayfair is the welfare of e-commerce. Who else is a vampire? Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is definitely a vampire. Pharrell is definitely a vampire. Angelina Jolie looks like a vampire, but she's not a vampire because Brad Pitt is a vampire. Morgan Freeman been 75 years old for 30 years. Yeah. Bro, tell another story about your uncle real quick. I can only tell y'all the stories that he told me, you know? Which you ain't really like to talk about that street shit a lot, you know? But my uncle had the police trying to come get him when he was running from them in Arizona. And he put a bunch of forks and red pepper in a bowl. A big old thing of red pepper, cayenne pepper in a bowl. And then put it in the microwave. And he set it to go off like right before the police came in. So as soon as they came in, the microwave exploded from the fire, right? And it sprayed the CS gas everywhere, and the police wasn't expecting that. And then while they were choking on pepper gas, my uncle slid out the damn back window. Now that was some gangster shit right there. You know? They say savage level 100. Yeah. He the one that told me that shit. He's like, yeah, just in case you gotta get out the house real quick, just use some cayenne pepper and some forks and put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. and make sure you gone in 30 seconds. You know? Like, I got a lot of, see, my uncles was street, right? And I wasn't a street type of kid because I was a church kid, but I got all of this street education just in case I decided at some point in my life to go to the streets. You know? It was like they was giving me street insurance. You know what I mean? Just in case you go out to them streets, we don't want you to get fucked up. So this is what you got to do. Let me tell y'all something else my uncle did, right? And he was doing this in the best, he was doing this in the kindness of his heart. My stepdad was addicted to crack cocaine. And at the time, it was a secret that he was addicted to crack cocaine. But my uncle, since he in the streets, he know, right? And so he went to my stepdad. And keep in mind, this is a killer trying to have a good heart. So it was well intentioned, but bad execution. He went up and told my stepdad, now listen here, man. You got them two girls at home, right? You can't be spending all your money on these drugs. I'm gonna show you somewhere where you can get the drugs that you're getting for half the price. Cause I know I can't make you stop. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna set it up to where you can get the same amount of drugs at half the price. And he took him down there and did it. My mom was so mad because he's an addict. Addicts don't know conservation. So he just got twice the drugs. You know what I mean? And have y'all ever smelled, I guess, I don't know if I can say that, crack before? Have y'all smelled that before? She smells terrible. It has its own unique smell. I came home one day, and this is how you know when you're living with an addict. I came home one day, and all the antennas was gone off the TVs, snapped off. And this is when it was a secret, right? And I'm wondering, like, Mama, where all that? My mom wasn't home at the time. I was like, what? Where all the antennas go? And I opened up the door to the basement and I heard. And I'm like, you all right down here? Oh, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right. Mm. I love my stepdad, man. He was a good man. He just had a monster he couldn't overcome, but he was a kind-hearted, nice man. And he just had a monster he couldn't deal with. You know, he was a crack addict that was a mail carrier. He was a functional crack addict. And let me tell you what, that motherfucker delivered the mail fast as a motherfucker when he was high, boy. He was the most efficient mail carrier that they had. That motherfucker was moving. He'd take his little stuff he got to take, and that motherfucker was gone. Motherfucker moved faster than Amazon. Hey. Yeah, I believe, man, I come from a family with a very morbid sense of humor. And my family believes that if you can't joke about everything, if you can't laugh about everything, you can't laugh at anything. My aunt is sick with lupus, right? Very, very sick. And she has one of the best morbid senses of humor I've ever had. So when I call her, I'm like, Cheryl, how you doing? I didn't expect you to be alive today. I was just calling. So I don't feel guilty. You know? And can we talk about the different treatment between the opioid users and the crackheads. Everybody, oh yeah, they were on pills before, and then they just had to go start using the H word. They need help. Dave Chappelle said some shit like that. Dave Chappelle said some shit like that, man. That shit was funny as hell. But you know who nobody likes? Even the other drug addicts don't like them. Nobody likes meth heads. Nobody. Meth heads just mess up the whole party for all the drug users. You know? Be like, hey man, this is a crack party. What you bringing that crystal in here for? Meth heads be playing the music loud as hell. Rock. I'm like, man, you know. And they like that for days. Crackheads like that for like 5 minutes. You know, then they sober again. You know? Nobody likes a meth head. And then black people, what are y'all doing? Why are y'all did y'all black folk not see the picture of all of these? Did y'all not see the mugshots of all of these shriveled up white folk that was on meth? And y'all dumbass want to do that stuff too. What's wrong with y'all? Can you just stick to our drugs of choice? Can you just stick? We are on crack. We don't do the meth. The meth is for the people in Cream Cheese, Wisconsin. I live on the west side of Chicago. I can make a series about the stuff I seen. Hey man, sister, I want you to be safe in the west side of Chicago. I want you to be safe, sister. And this is real. You know, you are living in a war zone right now that nobody cares about. You know? It's been places of conflict in this world that has not had the number of casualties as that side of town, or as the city of Chicago all put together. But please, please be safe. Please keep your kids safe. Just move. Chicago is not that special. It's not. It's cold. The food is okay. It's not the greatest. That deep dish pizza is severely overrated. You know, it's cold. Y'all got 3 weeks of summer. And y'all treat that 3 weeks of summer like it's the best place to be on earth. It's not that great. Y'all got Midwest heat. You don't have a breeze. You know, Michael Jordan is gone. The Bears haven't won a Super Bowl since black and white television. Uh, move. Oh, you moved back when your mom got sick? I understand. I understand. Well, you should have go back there, pick up your mama, hook the IV up to the van, and sell everything and go. Well, for the price of everything you got in Chicago, you can get 200 acres in Mississippi. Let your mom, you know what I'm saying, in her sick days, be around some green grass and big mosquitoes. It's crazy. Yeah, you're crazy. My block is mostly white. Yes, you are. Listen here. There is nothing more dangerous than living around palm-colored poor people. Let me say that again. All right, back to oh, they're not poor gentrification. Gentrification is moving. But you know what? I just think black folk just need to gentrify poor white areas. It'd be great. That's I'm looking at that Sandy Hook is fake, man. That gets me mad every time. Every time. No, when I say gentrification, like they got towns in Idaho or somewhere like that. They got like 50 people in it, and it's beautiful. Like 4,000 black folks should just move down there. Like, okay, do we really like the cities that much? Can we, can we as a black people decide that we gonna go and take over some remote part of this country, like Wyoming? Wyoming is the least populated state in the United States. We can go over and take over a city that's already established. Oh, you in Pagedale? You just went from the frying pan to the fire. I'm from U City. Just flip a whole town in Montana. That's what I'm saying. We just, you know what I mean? Flip a whole town. It's only like 100 of them there anyway. Get just, 1,000 black people can go anywhere. We move in packs. All they got to do, somebody need to put a city in Montana in a rap song. That's all that got to happen. You know? Cream cheese, Montana. Cream cheese, Montana. I'm moving to cream cheese, Montana. Cream cheese, Montana. Cream cheese, Montana. I'm moving to cream cheese, Montana. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. You know what I'm saying? Are we tired of the cities yet? Have the cities ever been good to us? The Harlem Renaissance, Atlanta, Motown. I got it. That's good. It's enough of us that we can still do our thing in the city, but we getting too crowded in there, y'all. All of them cats in Chicago, take that government assistance money and move to Montana. Get out of them projects. The same amount that the government giving you for them doggone projects, that Section 8 that they giving y'all to stay in them terrible ass projects, you can go live on a trailer park with like 50 acres of land in Montana. And they'll still pay for it. What the hell y'all doing, man? Yeah, we ain't smart sometimes. You know? Not Charleston, South Carolina. That's full. It's too many. It's too many of us down. We got to go somewhere where it's no black people. We have to go Columbus some shit. We have to use some manifest destiny. Reverse manifest destiny. We have to find a town that is, you know, a small population of palm people. The infrastructure is already set up. It's ready to go. And it's only a population of about 500, and about 6,000 of us need to move down there. Oh my God, that'd be so mad. That should be on the news. Well, I don't really know what happened. All of a sudden, one summer, it was just they called it a freaknik that started going on, and then it just stayed. And then we'll fuck it all up too. We'll have gangs in Montana and shit. Banging in cream cheese, Montana. This week on First 48, Billings, Montana. We'll fuck that shit up too. I tell you, man, some black folk can fuck up a wet dream, man. You know? Don't worry, white people, I'll say it for you. You know, one way to get popular on the internet is being black and saying negative things about black people. If you want to go to the moon, that's all you got to do. You know? White folk can't say it, so they need a voice. You know? And then they got some of these people believing that they saying the truth. You wasn't talking like that before you started making money talking like that. You wasn't talking like that before you started making money talking like that. You wasn't talking like that when you was around your folk. When you was going to church with them folk. You ain't talk like that. You got your ass whooped. That money. That money, Mariah. My ex-girlfriend was named Mariah. You know that? Hers was 2 R's and an E. Like yours. Merriah. You just got a Y. And no other R. Then you got people like Kanye just going crazy. And this the thing. Everybody know Kanye has a mental problem, but yet people are still taking him seriously. Instead of everybody cutting his contracts, they should have offered that man some assistance and help. Because he clearly has something going on right now. But that's just to let you know that people don't care. They locked Britney Spears up. They locked Britney Spears up until they made sure she was sane. She had an executor to her estate and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kim Kardashian, as a wife, did not do what she was supposed to do. She had the power to get that man committed. If my woman start acting super duper loose like that, I'm gonna have to get her a jacket where she hug herself for about a month or 2. Flat Earth is a fact, not a conspiracy. Man, if you don't take your Magellan ass out of here. Anybody got a lighter? None of y'all got a lighter, man. Y'all ain't worth the shit. Ain't nobody got a lighter. I'll be back. Talk amongst yourselves. Does anybody else have paralyzing anxiety when it comes to chores, household chores? Jesus. Show me the speedometer that reads the earth spins 1,000 miles an hour. There's this thing called physics, Sean. I don't know if you understand what that is. But we're actually, the universe that we're in right now is not stationary. It's actually traveling through space as we speak, swirling around the sun. The sun is not a stationary object. The sun is moving in a direction. Prove it. I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson. I didn't study goddamn physics. Everybody trying to tell somebody to prove it. How about you read? But I tell you what, man. I tell you what. I tell you what. Have you traveled? Sean, do you have a passport? Where have you been? Where have you been? Have you traveled, Sean? Sean, have you traveled? Do you have a passport? Have you flown for 18 hours to an Asian country? I've been in plenty of planes and never seen. I didn't ask you if you've seen a curve, Sean. Have you traveled long distances? And I'm not just talking the continental U.S. No? So you telling me, man. So you telling me that when somebody is sailing around the globe, they are just going in a big circle on a flat piece of land? Are you telling me? They're just going in a big circle on a flat piece of land. Man, it's wild to know that people. That's why the future really scares me, because if people out there honestly believe the world is flat, it's going to be people out there that honestly believe that slavery is not a problem. And I'm not saying, Sean, you're one of those people. But something that is a clear and obvious, clear and obvious fact, you know? Sean, I'm glad that you know that. And one thing I'm not going to say is we can debate your truth, but I won't tell you that your truth is wrong, my man. Because we all got to believe in what makes us go to sleep easy at night, you know? And I won't find any reason to insult you, your character, or your intelligence just because you have an opinion. Now, regardless if I think that's a dumbass opinion, that's just my opinion, just like yours. You know what I'm saying? I respect it, and I respect any man that's willing to stand up for his opinion, no matter how right or wrong it is. So, you know, do I think that people that think like that, not just about the flat earth, but just about a lot of things, that can really do some serious damage to society. Not the flat earth, but people who kind of things that take empirical evidence and try to make a conspiracy out of it when it's not. You know? But the battles will never be over, because whatever people believe, there's always somebody to disbelieve it. I heard boys arguing that water was wet. Water's not wet. What the fuck is it then? Somebody always wants to prove somebody wrong. Some people live just to try to prove somebody wrong. You know? And I believe that drive to prove people wrong gives them some sort of self-importance in this lonely universe. I don't gotta be right all the time, and I really don't care. If I believe that the earth was flat, I wouldn't care what you think. I don't need to prove you right. I mean, I don't need to prove you wrong. Like, I don't need to prove a flat earther wrong. I know he wrong. I don't even gotta say nothing. I can listen to the reasons why he think he right. That's nice. Anything else you got to say? Okay. Well, carry on about your day. Chappie 84, what's going on, Chappie? Happy Chappie? Slappy happy chappy. Are you nappy chappy? Chappy, you don't look like you can be nappy. You know the craziest thing is when you see a white person with nappy hair, like real, like black folk nappy hair. That shit crazy. It's a fuck you up. Yeah. Seriously. I seen a white person with some nappy hair, but it was blonde. But that shit was nappy though, like mine, like like textured, coarse. I didn't even know blonde hair could be nappy. You sure you all the way? Maybe your black just loaded 2%. See, I'll be losing track of time when I'm on here with y'all. It's 11:39. All right, that's good. Linda Bell says she's seen it. Yeah, Linda Bell says she's seen it. You know, I synced it. Yeah. Do you solidify a time for your lives? Do you solidify a time for your lives? And you got to explain that. I'm still figuring mine out. Expound on that for me, please. Before I answer a question, I want to make sure I understand it completely. That's all. Do you solidify a time? Oh, you know what? I'm getting too deep and introspective. I'm thinking about existentialism and shit like that. Do I solidify a time for my life? How many lives do I have? I don't know. I'm trying to have it around 10 o'clock, probably 10 to 12. Yeah, man, I got really deep. I'm like, do you solidify a time for your lives? Have I solidified a time for my life? What the hell? My brain was somewhere else. You know? And you know what I'm mad about? I'm mad about how Central Standard Time, 10 o'clock. Mountain, no. That mountain time zone is perfect though. Everything come on at the right time. I used to live in the mountain time zone. That shit was great. you know? But 10 Central. You know? Hey, where you at, Miss Mariah College? We can do a show together. I can open up for you. Or you can open up for me. One of us got to get the crowd warm. But you don't want to go after me, though. I'm a tough act to follow. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm a bad man. COVID-19. Well, I can't say that loud. The thing that, okay, I can't say that. Do somebody believe Long Beach? Oh, a TikTok show. We can do a TikTok show. I want to get paid for the show. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start an OnlyFans and start doing a show once a week. You know, comedy show once a week. All I need is 10 subscribers. Shoot, people got cooking shows on OnlyFans. They got regular stuff on OnlyFans. It ain't just for the adult workers. They tried to kick all the adult workers off in what possibly could have been the worst business move of all time. That they, why are you gonna try to kick out your bread and butter? It was a whole bunch of hoes like, how am I going to pay my bills? What am I going to do? But luckily, they changed their mind. That would have been really incredibly stupid. You know? I tell you what, women are lucky that y'all don't pay to see the male anatomy. Y'all don't pay to see male anatomy, not like men do. Because if y'all did, every man would have been a stripper at least once. And the thing about women's body is that men love the woman's body because there's a category for every type of woman's body there is. You just go on Reddit. You know what I'm saying? There's a subreddit for every type of woman's body that exists. Men fetishize the woman's body so much. And I don't know if women fetishize the man's body with the same intensity. I think women fetishize what a man does, not what he has. Like I used to have these, like my female friends, when they tell you about a guy, the first thing that they tell you about is what he does. I met this guy. He's a nuclear engineer. And I'm like, he also works for Greenpeace. I'm like, but is he a good person though? Is he a good person? Now, guys, when we tell stories about the women that we meet, man, I met not the women that we sleep with, but the women that we in relationships. Man, I met this woman. She's sweet as hell. She's just a beautiful person. I can't believe how kind and polite she is and all of that stuff. Very rarely do I hear a woman lead with the politeness or just the internal value. Hollow Earth theory. Who believes in the hollow Earth theory? I really want the hollow Earth theory to exist because I want King Kong to live down there. But I tell y'all what, it's 9:41. What time is it? Cause what? Okay, my phone's saying 9:41. My clock's saying 11:46. What the hell's going on? One of these clocks is wrong. I think the clock on my phone. That's the time that I got on. Okay. Or is it? 9:46 in California. Why do I have California time on my phone? This shit fucking me up, man. I just had a moment of temporal vertigo. Cause my phone say 9:44. I think I must have messed up my time settings or something. I thought I was a time traveler for a second. This is some really good weed. I'm gonna call it DeLorean. Just making me time travel. You got some of that DeLorean, homeboy? Yeah, I got some last week. I'll go get it for you. I'll be right back. Where you going? Last week. Don't worry, I'll come back to the future. Ha, you see what I did there? Hey. Hey. Where I'm going, I don't need roads. I tell you, I want to know another Back to the Future fact, right? When you look at where Marty McFly, the suburb where they used to live, is called Lyons Estates, right? and they had two lions on each side. Well, those lions' estates are based off the entryway into University City, because University City has two lions at the at the at what was the old entrance to University City. So if you look up University City and you look up the lions, you'll see the actual lions that were the inspiration for the lions' estates in the movie Back to the Future. This lighter got about 88 miles an hour on it. You know? Yes, I'm from the Loop. You can find me in St. Louis rolling them dubs. Let me tell y'all something, man. Everybody in St. Louis was hype as hell when Nelly came out, man. You know, I never seen a city filled with so much pride over a rapper. That shit was crazy. I got this dog with dementia, y'all. This motherfucker stuck in the corner. I'll be right back. I gotta get this motherfucker out. All right. Yeah, I have a dog with dementia, 16 years old. It's about that time. The dog is incontinent, pissing and shitting in the house. The dog is stuck in the corner, like it just stand in the corner, waiting for the corner to open up. Po thing walk in circles all day. And for me, I'm like, man, but it's not. That dog was my wife's dog originally. She had that dog for 16 years. And when she comes to a point where she's emotionally ready to get it, you paint too? Ah, that's pretty cool. All right, I'll do that. Dog's name is Lucky. Yeah. I didn't know you was a painter. Oh, we can do an art show too. Yep. I've been meaning to paint some dogs and sell them. People buy dog paintings. You know? I've been meaning to paint some dogs. Huh? And I lived as an artist just for a while. And this shit was okay. just painting all the time. I really enjoyed it, but you know, got a little boring too. Alchemist Nikki, what's happening? Does anybody believe in the Loch Ness monster? I do. I believe in Bigfoot. What is this about Avril Lavigne being replaced? Oh, the hollow earth theory is the theory that there's a whole nother ecosystem in the center of the earth. Some believe the aliens live down there. You know? You done did some of everything. I have, man. I have. I think it's the bipolar manic depressive part because I get this mania for something and I do it to death. And then after that I get tired of it and then I do something else. But everything I do, I've been lucky to be pretty good at it thus far. Except coding. That shit was boring as hell. That shit damn near broke me. It's easy, but it's just so damn boring. I see why incels and all of that shit do that coding and all of that, man. You just by yourself. You don't interact with nobody. It reminded me of being a private investigator. You just there by yourself. It was private investigator. It was terrible too. But at least you had some excitement. There is no excitement that comes with writing a good code. Shit don't even look beautiful. I guess. But I'm still learning how to do it anyway. Because that's where the money at. You know? Going back to school to get getting another bachelor's degree in computer science. Because why not? You know? Why not? You know what? I'm going to Google the Elders of Zion right now. I was waiting for somebody to tell me. But, I guess I got to do my research. Oh, it is a. Oh, yeah. Somebody got it. Yeah. 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 That's what that is. No, you ain't never heard of the hollow earth theory before? Well, you actually heard of it, but you seen movies about it. What was that? The Lost, the terrible movie with Will Ferrell in it. What was that movie called? Uh, Trapped at the Center of the Earth or something like that. Whatever it is, you know. Can y'all believe I'm in my house? I'm in my house and I got a life preserver on. I got a skull cap on. I had my hoodie on. I'm in my house, y'all. That's how cold my wife got in here because her body is an incubator. You know? All right, guys. I'm going to be getting off of here at 12 o'clock today because if not, I'll be on here with y'all forever. Mariah will start talking, and then my Creole friend to come on here, my Creole Gemini friend to come on here. Linda Bell, keep having good conversation. Y'all some good people to be around. We would have a hell of a party, y'all. We have a hell of a party. You know? This the only sucky thing about the internet is that you meet good people and them motherfuckers live in Botswana somewhere and you can't just go kick it. Because I'm a face-to-face type of person. I'm not really like, You're not real till I see you, if that makes sense. You know? Can I post a chart? I can just DM me and I'll send you the link to where I got it, I guess. The party would be lit. The entertainment would be fire. I know that. I don't know how you would do, but I would be great. If all of y'all bots, that would be so depressing. I'd be like, God damn. But, what if AI turns out to be a better person to talk to than people? Well, fucked. Yeah, he said you'd be all right. It's still a show. Look at me talking trash. I ain't never did now 1 minute of stand-up comedy. But I'm like, I'll be great. I'll be the best ever. Do I believe we're in a simulation? Does it fucking matter? That's always my answer. Like, does it matter? Like, simulation, heaven and hell. I'm like, all right. Ain't nobody died and came back to tell us nothing anyway. To me, it don't matter. It's not like Morpheus gonna come around and pull some tubes out my nose or something like that. Whatever. Meh. Meh. I think it's cool for science fiction. I'm a screenwriter. I think that shit's cool. You know? Yeah, Linda Bell. It seems like I've done a little bit of everything. I can list the things that I've done. I've been a bartender. My first job ever, I sold Kirby vacuum cleaners. I was 14 years old. I lied about my age, and I sold Kirby vacuum cleaners. So that was a job. Now that got some stories on it right there because I'm a 14-year-old kid going in people's houses trying to sell them vacuum cleaners. I never sold insurance, thank God. It seems like that's a rough life. It also seemed like a Ponzi scheme, you know what I mean? Everybody trying to get into the insurance game. It just seemed like, first of all, they dishonest when they get you in the door. Come and get an amazing opportunity talking to people. They never say selling insurance. They never get new employees by saying you're going to be selling insurance. I remember I went to a job interview one time. I was like, damn, I got this job interview, junior executive or some shit like that. And it's like Prime America trying to sell insurance or some shit like that. I'm like, man, if y'all don't get y'all dust ass on somewhere, you know, I sound filter queens insurance. Benefits advisor. Hey, man. But some people make good money doing that. You know? To me, sales is just like a manipulative psychology. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that I didn't like about it. If somebody don't want the shit, I'm not trying to convince you that you want the shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't want the motherfucker. But with life insurance, nobody want the motherfucker because I guess nobody want to think about the time where you're going to need it. And you ain't even going to be there to use it. That's the thing about it. But, whole life insurance has its benefits that a lot of people don't know about, though. That's what I would get life insurance for. Yeah, nobody want that until they get old and they can't get it. You're right about that. Ain't nobody gonna get no 97-year-old life insurance. It's gonna be a 2-year policy. What we look like giving you life insurance and you 103 years old? You day to day. You got a day-to-day lease on life. You month to month. He say Joe Biden is a robot. Yeah, if he a robot, that's the slowest, dumbest robot I've seen. But he's the president though, you know. He I'll take him over the last one. That last one was like he turned America into a reality show. And here's the thing, maybe y'all don't care if y'all look silly and stupid in front of the world, but I do. It matters to me, you know? It matters to me that my president has manners and is somebody that is polite and respectable and not a dick to people. It matters to me. I don't care. I don't care what type. I don't care how good of a job you do. You will still get fired from your job from being a dick. They would rather keep somebody lazy but polite and nice and friendly at the job than somebody that's a hard-working, troublemaking butthole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Obama didn't do as much as we thought he did, but god damn it, he was nice, respectable. He was trying genuinely. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a shifty person. I would buy a used car from Obama because I would believe that what he told me about the used car was true. Trump will sell me a used car. He'll sell me a Maybach with a Ford Escort engine because he took the engine out for himself and just replaced it and didn't let me know and just painted it to look like a Maybach engine or some shit. That's what he would do if he could. And I don't like people like that, man. I don't like people that get over on you just because they can. Where's your goddamn integrity? Your character is who you are when nobody is watching. That's the thing that got me about the people that voted for Trump. Your character is who you are when nobody's watching you. You know, and if you got a reprehensible character, why do I want you to lead me? Because now I'm associated with you. Well, he's done so many great things. I don't give a goddamn what he's done. He's embarrassing me. You know? And I don't know about y'all. I don't like to be embarrassed. I'd rather have somebody up there that's just a bump on a log that get no progress and no regress. We just like Joe. We ain't going up or down. We just riding a wave of mediocrity. And I'm okay with that. Because he's sometimes people respect him. Even if you think he's a robot or he's slow or whatever, you like, you know what? He's a respectable politician. Even when black folk know all of that stuff that he said back in the day. Y'all trying to bring that up like we don't know. If Obama gave him a pass, we gave him a pass too, because Obama knew all of that too. We give him a pass. We voted for him. Only because y'all left us no choice. You know? And Republicans, why don't y'all actually pick a black person that black people will vote for? Y'all go pick Herschel Walker. Y'all could have picked Steve Harvey and won Georgia in a landslide. Landslide. Steve Harvey would have kicked Warnock's ass. You know what I mean? Y'all go pick Herman Cain. Y'all pick people like Herman Cain, Larry Elder, Stacey Dash. Y'all pick the worst people to hitch y'all wagons to. You know what I mean? And expect us black people to, y'all should have ran Colin Powell for something. But Colin Powell ain't want to be messing with y'all. You know, there's some cool ass black Republicans out there, man. Bill Cosby say he going on tour. Man, watch. You know what? Bill Cosby could run for the mayor of Atlanta and probably win. That's fucked up. You know, I'm pretty sure Trump is going to run and win against Biden. That's if Trump is not in jail or got some charges. Can you run for the presidency when you got some charges? You better hope you win. You know what? Maybe he's, you know what I'm saying? People act like Trump is stupid. That motherfucker is incredibly smart. He's an incredible tactician. You play him silly if you want to, you're going to wind up being on the losing side every time. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker smart now. He's a worthy opponent. He is a worthy opponent. One that you have to crush in totality. And I don't think the Democrats did that once he got out. You know? But the Democrats are softies, man. They soft, man. Democrats soft. Democrats is like the Drake of politics. That's who they are. They like Drake. You know? All they want to do is step and slide. That's all. That's all they want to do. Step out the way and slide to the side. Man. And then they have moments of genius. And then you remember they Drake. Yeah, the Democratic Party is real light skinned. You know? The Republican Party is like old dirty bastard. Say whatever the fuck they want to say. Sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes it don't. But they convinced that it does. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank y'all for joining the Idgaff Hour with Jay Ali. I'm still debating if I want to stay on a little bit longer because I knew this was going to happen. I run my mouth too much. You know? Yeah, I got me screamed at yesterday. Oh no, the day before yesterday. I was supposed to do something in the house, and y'all know when a pregnant woman wake up, whatever the pregnant woman asked you to do before she went to sleep, it better get done. I don't care if you a red pill, blue pill, purple pill, polka dot pill, whatever type of man you are. If your pregnant wife asks you to do something before she go to sleep and it's not done when she wake up, oh, there is hell to pay, buddy. Hell. And I paid that hell. That woman bitched at me for about an hour straight. And I couldn't do nothing but take it. And that's a bad feeling. That's a bad. You ever been in a situation where you better do something? No, we good. I did all my stuff yesterday. I was smart. Best of luck on that. My wife just had our first, a beautiful daughter. Man, I got 3 of them. I don't recommend it. They're like horses. They're hay burners. All your money just goes up in flames. You know? The older they get, the more expensive they are. Girls. With boys, you can just tie them up to the backyard and just let them throw some water out there and some, a rib bone or something like that. You know? You're trying to raise a savage anyway. You gotta... Oh, no, you don't. I'm just joking, TikTok. Hey, you don't do that. Man, okay, them, and then at some point, you're going to be the hero, though. And at some point in her teenage years, her and her mother are going to have a civil war. Miss Medellin, or Mrs. Medellin, or Mrs. Howard, whichever one you prefer to go by. Hello. Yes. But then, at some period of time in your daughter's teenage years, her and her mother are going to have a civil war. And you're going to be right in the middle. Don't take a side. Be Switzerland. I'm telling you. You're going to remember my words about 15 years from now. Be Switzerland. Neutral. All the ladies in the chat tell me I'm not lying. The daddy got to stay neutral. You had a client that said the same thing because it's true. But you don't worry about it. You always gonna be gold with the daughter. You know, just don't try to control her when she's getting older. You can lose her fast. Yeah. I don't have a good relationship with my 21-year-old daughter. It's one of those situations. I got a sob story, but you guys don't need to hear it. What's a 5G conspiracy? The 5G conspiracy is that they got radio waves penetrating the mind, controlling our every thoughts. That's what it is. I don't believe that shit. I don't want anybody fucking with my internet. Like I said, y'all conspiracy theorists, all of these conspiracies is okay, but that 5G, you see how that 5G is in the middle, is because y'all need to stop messing with them 5G top. MK Ultra, that's actually real, and it's at the bottom. It's at the bottom right there. You know? All you want to hear, talking is healing. Well, when I got back from Iraq, I had a tumultuous marriage with my first wife. I married the wrong person for me. And how you gonna cheat on a private investigator anyway? That's another story. But I mean, you cheat on a private investigator. I knew everything about the person that she was cheating with. Did I cheat? Hell no. I was a church boy at the time. I wish I did. I wish I did. That is the one regret of my first marriage, is that I wish I would have cheated. You know, I'm traveling all over the world. And yeah, man, I was used to be a private investigator. That was my first job out the military and shit. This motherfucker cheating on me and shit. And I know everything. I know everything. I know the motherfucker. I know his social security number. I know his mama's social security number. I know where his brothers stay. I know where his job history. I know everything. And I'm like, how? And then I'm just looking. Wait, how did I find out? You know, the first thing, since I was used to dealing with, since that was my profession, and I used to always advise clients on the things that you see that you should take notice of, these micro things that you should take notice of, like when you stop seeing their phone, when their phone disappear, you don't see it anymore. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. I was on the logistics side in the military at that time. So divorce happens after my second child, my second daughter. And, I still got to make money. So I go overseas. I come back. I'm giving my wife $1,000 a month for about who knows how long. I come back and she broke. She had a job and she broke. The car that I bought is like $1,500 about to be repossessed. I'm like, what are you doing with the money? What are you doing? I'm sending you extra money. But meanwhile, I already had a place for me and my girls for when they would come to visit. But unexpectedly, she just pushed my oldest daughter on me to take care of, and I had no problem with that. I actually loved that. So I was a single dad in Atlanta for a couple years, man. And since I was gone for a lot of my marriage, I really enjoyed being a dad. That was the first time that I got to just be with my daughter every day, not have to worry about no crazy work schedule, not be overseas doing contract work, not being out in the field, being a PI, right? Because when I was a young man, I was a super hustler, right? I was working all the time, doing all kinds of shit. And I sent my daughter on a plane to go see her mother in Houston. And I'm waiting at the airport, and my daughter never came back, and I didn't see her for 10 years after that. Uh, and during those 10 years, all the communication between me and my family was cut off completely. My mother, my sisters, my cousins, everybody, everybody. And so eventually, when I finally got to a point where they wanted to make a little contact and got to speak to them, they hated everybody in my family, including me, people that they used to love. And that's what made me start to research parental alienation. And everything that happened in my life was lockstep with the things that happen in parental alienation. And sometimes that doesn't go away. Sometimes those kids believe they're the wrong parent to the day that they die. And I find that kind of sad. But I am holding out hope that because my dad wasn't shit, man. I didn't even know I knew who my dad was, but I didn't know who my dad was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really get a chance to know the man. But when I became an older man, I still wanted to know my ain't shit father. And every kid out there that got ain't shit moms and dads, at some point when you become an adult, when you start going through your own internal issues, you want to get to know them to see what part of fucked up you got from them. Man, I got faith that she turned around one day because she was a daddy's girl. And it's amazing how children will believe that one, in the word of one parent, and that the other parent, everything that they saying is a lie. And I had backup. I had my whole family verifying the same thing. But you know what abusers tell people? You should have tried harder. Bitch, I shouldn't even have to try at all. They have the audacity to tell men when they do some shit like that, you should have tried harder. You should have fought harder to see your kids. What the fuck? You built an obstacle course and you want me to run it faster. You built the goddamn courts. Oh, we ain't even talking about the courts, man. But you know, the courts are our fault as men. We created all of that system because of our patriarchy, our benevolent patriarchy, and it's coming around to bite us in the ass. Abusers are built different. They're sociopathic, man. They're sociopathic. Abusers are different. And the thing about female abusers is that there is this entitlement amongst women, almost like men are invulnerable. You know, like you can hit a man and it don't hurt him. You can say whatever you want to a man when you're angry and it doesn't scar him emotionally. He might be stoic and calm when you talking all that crazy shit, but that shit hurts that man. When y'all say some things that you apologize for later just because you was mad, but that man never forget. Every man in this, what you call it, can attest to that. When your woman mad, you might forgive her when she asks for forgiveness and keep on going on like nothing happened. But you never forget that shit because when she was mad and said it, she meant it. A part of her meant that shit and we know that. And if what you said was hurtful enough, you will get cheated on. Guaranteed. And he'll just be cool about it, like, okay, baby, I forgive you, I forgive you. You know, it's all right, whatever. And then that motherfucker gone. You damaged him, you hurt him, and he's gonna figure out a way to get you back. And it ain't the way you think. Because we pussies like that. Instead of just, you know, crazy thing about men don't like to be confrontational with women because we don't want to be misunderstood. But now, but you get to a point where when a man get old enough, he don't mind being misunderstood because he gonna say exactly what the hell he got to say. That's when a man don't give a federal fuck. That's the man you should marry when he gonna tell you the truth, whether it make you mad or not, because he really don't care about your feelings at that moment when it pertains to the truth. And the truth, it might hurt, but it's not malicious. Because some people can tell a malicious truth. Women can tell a malicious truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And then what's up with that? When if a man don't address the issue when the issue happening, we have a agreement with time. We have a statute of limitations, right? If something bothers us on this day, we have till tomorrow to address it. And if we don't address it tomorrow, we got to let the shit go until it happened again. Women, on the other hand, you do some shit last month. Men, we didn't forgot the shit that we did. What you talking about? Last month I did what? You was mad about that? But why didn't you say nothing? Because you should have known. I should have known what? Yeah, y'all got to cut out. That shit ain't healthy, man. Y'all got to get that shit out. What you keeping it in for? No, we left brain. We got the same goddamn brain. You know, we got the same brain, just different hormones. And let me tell y'all something. We can't fully understand being a woman until we got them hormones, man. And this is the thing that get me. I think is, while people can be called whatever they want to be called, trans man, trans woman, and I'm not going to disrespect you by calling you something that you don't want to be called if you tell me to call you something else. But don't say something that you are not organically. Organically. And that's all I have to say about that because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. There's organic food and genetically modified food. Ain't nothing wrong with genetically modified food, but the genetically modified food is required by law to have a label that is genetically modified. So you know as a consumer of that product what you're getting into. All people asking is that you just give us the GMO label on it. And if somebody cool with GMOs, they gonna rock with it. If they not, they not gonna rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Women are great archaeologists because they love digging up the past. My man, you win the dad joke of the day. What do you call a triangle with lipstick? And a cute. It's a cute. That was terrible. I love bad dad jokes. Triangle with lipstick is acute. uh, Elizabeth, we are silly, man. The world is too serious to not be silly. Because if you take the world too serious, it's going to make you silly. And not the good silly. The silly silly. You know? Smart, you stupid, smart silly, that's what I call it. You ever see some smart silly people? They so smart that they don't know they silly. Because they smart enough to justify their silliness. It's just like educated hoes. Educated hoes, they don't like to be called hoes because they got smart ways to say that they not a hoe. You know what? I just want to be free and explore the da-da-da-da. Yes, ma'am. I understand all of that. I understand, the sexual revolution and having your own agency and da-da-da-da-da, but that's still, you still a hoe. Just because you smart, that don't make you any less. I'm just saying. And I used to have an affinity for intelligent women because I didn't like to be around dumb women. You know what I'm saying? I used to like intelligent women. Hell, somebody I was dating cured cancer. Like for real. That's not a joke. Right? And high school sweetheart, actually. And smart women. I like to, that's the problem with men. Some of y'all are trying to get women that you can control and be submissive instead of trying to get some women that you can learn some shit from. There's some women out there that can teach y'all some shit. You know? Instead of y'all, some of y'all worry, some of y'all think y'all can't learn nothing from these women. When everything in your life you learn from a woman. Let me say that again. Some of y'all don't think y'all can learn anything from your woman, but everything in your life you learned from a woman. Now, if that ain't some backwards ass shit, I don't know what is. I need to have a real show. I need to have a radio show. I need to put this out there. If anybody here knows somebody that work at a radio station, tell them to put me on. I have 3 master's degree. Men hate learning from me. I won't. Well, I tell you, Mariah, you lucky. You lucky. You lucky. I'd have broke you down. I would have made you laugh right out of lesbianism. I don't know what happened. I was at the Pride Parade. I met this guy. He just started making me laugh. And next thing I know, I was married. I don't know. I am just so confused right now. Hey, don't think it ain't happened to me before in my life. Don't think it ain't. I'm telling you when it was true. I done figured it out. You make any woman laugh hard enough, she gonna at least think about giving it to you. You know what I mean? No, I can't have you around my wife. I am not gonna lose my wife to you. I am not gonna have that happen. And y'all be playing around with trying to have these threesomes with these beautiful women if you want to. She just ain't beautiful to you, bro. She beautiful to your wife. I had a partner, he lost his wife to the person that they was having a threesome with. They raising his son and he paying child support. Ain't that some shit? Be careful for what you wish for. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you play around, you know, you play around with that if you want to. You keep them pretty women like Mariah away from your. They are dangerous. You know, they dangerous. Hell, scoop her ass up. Your game better be tight. You know. But what I say is, if somebody want to go, they want to go in the first place. Somebody just gave you a reason that you can justify in your head. If you gone, you wasn't mine in the first place. I'd be like, take her, get the hell on, because it's a whole bunch of other ones. And I said that to her, so y'all know, if you leave me, it's because you wanted to in the first place. I can't do nothing about that, and I'm not gonna try to change your mind. You know, just let me know how much I gotta pay, cause I'm too old to be worried about that stress anymore, man. I done lost a family already one time, and I know how terrible it feels, and I am not gonna feel that way again. I tell you, man, when a man gets to a certain age, that heart frees up a little bit. We know how to respond to trauma. I've been through wars. Now I'm ready. Been through domestic wars and real wars. I'm ready for both of them now. You know? Yeah, man. Telling you. But that's another thing, guys. Learn how to make a woman laugh. Not just be funny. Just, you know, men don't practice being funny. You know? A woman want to be with a man that they can't stop laughing around. I tell you, I think I'm, moderately handsome. But tell you what, man, having the ability to make a woman laugh, listen here, man, that's a cheat code. That is a supreme cheat code. You know? And not just her. You get her friends get around and you damn near doing a one-man stand-up comedy show. She's proud of you, buddy. She's proud of you. You MCing the night. You know? She's proud of you. I ain't no comedian. Yeah, man, you find ways to make her laugh and you come up with ways to make her laugh, man. You don't got to be a comedian, because I'm not. I'm not. I'm not a comedian at all. You know? I'm not a comedian at all. Say you build bonds and then you cheat. At least you're honest. But the real talk is that outside of my marriage, because I would take marriage very seriously. I don't think if you're gonna cheat, you shouldn't just be married, man. You make a vow, and I take a vow very seriously. You know, if I make a vow to somebody, I mean that shit. I didn't have the time to think about it. You know what I mean? I'm ready. But boyfriend, girlfriend, it wasn't no vow. I cheated on every single relate. I cheated on every goddamn girlfriend I had. you know, every single one, from high school till I met my wife. My wife was the only girlfriend that I had that I ain't cheat on. You know, once we decided we was gonna be serious with each other, that was a wrap. know. Yeah, I'm telling you, there was not one woman that I dated because I always dated multiple women at the same time. I always had two girlfriends. Oh, from the time I was like seven in the seventh grade, I had a girlfriend at church and a girlfriend at school. Just terrible. Just like my goddamn daddy, ain't it? You know? All I was trying to do was just spread this experience, you know. Women need to experience this at least one time in their life. They need, at the time I was thinking every woman need to be with somebody awesome like me at least just one time. Let me come in and bless their life for a couple months. Yeah, see, anytime you cheating on somebody, you are toxic, but I didn't feel toxic. I felt romantic. I felt like a Don Juan DeMarco. You know what I mean? I used to admire those characters as a kid. The guy who comes in and, sweeps the royal lady off of her feet. And then, he's gone. He dashes off into the wind. And then he goes and does the same thing to another one. And they just, you know, Cyrano de Bergerac and shit like that. I thought that shit was fly. So it was a love for women, not an anger at women that made me be philanderous. Because I love women. I still do. I think women are awesome. Now I just know that they are muses for my creativity. Uh, and not muses for my lasciviousness. you know? Yeah, that's real talk. But we down to 5 people. We've been going strong. We've been dropping them like flies over the past half an hour. I normally get off of here when I'm down to 2. You know? Seriously though. I didn't look at myself when I was running the streets as a bad guy because the women didn't know. It wasn't like I ever got caught. Never. Like I told y'all, my mama told me if you're gonna do wrong, you better do wrong right. And you better not hurt no girl in the process. She said you better not have no girl come crying to me saying you hurt her. I took that shit seriously because I seen my mama cry over men that hurt her. So whatever I was trying to do, I was stealthy as a motherfucker. you know? But that ain't no way to live, man. They play dudes on other. Man, hold on. I was a PI, man. Women cheat at the same rate as men do. They cheat damn near at the same. It's only a couple of percentage points that make up the difference. We do cheat more technically, but it's neck and neck, man. You know, we just have an ego that makes us believe that our woman won't cheat. Every woman know that they man will cheat if given the opportunity. A man think that he could send his wife to a male review island for a week and she gonna come back unscathed. That's how big our ego is. Bro, you worried about your wife going to hedonism island with her girlfriend? Yeah, you cool with that? Oh yeah, man. She ain't gonna do nothing. She just want to go there because of the weather. I tell you what, our ego makes the women that we are with saints. It makes the women that we are with saints in our mind. They could do no wrong. Because if we believed that they could cheat on us a fraction, we wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Every woman be thinking every woman has a watchful eye. They watching your movements, they watching your habits, they watching your consistencies of stories. You gon' be Elizabeth? I ran you off. Oh man, do we follow each other? Let me see. No, I don't follow you. That's terrible. Now I do. There we go. There we go. Now I'm gonna be all in your inbox. What you doing? No. Like, hey, Bia, we're interviewing for a third wife position. Or second wife position, whatever you call that. Well, third wife, we had to get rid of the last one. Had to take her out back and tell her to look at the flowers. That was fucked up in The Walking Dead, man. That's the most memorable moment in The Walking Dead for me. When they took that crazy little girl, that was a little girl. They took that crazy little girl outside and said, "Don't worry, honey. Look at the flowers. You see the pretty flowers?" She was like, "Yeah." Bow. Oh man, the writers was on one when they wrote that episode, boy. I was like, this shit vicious, boy. They ain't nobody safe in this show. That's when it was still good. That's when the show was still good. That's when you thought that everybody can get it. And then you realized that Rick, Daryl never got it. And my boy, that's the moment when I stopped watching the show. That was the moment when I stopped watching the show, when they killed Glenn. And Shane was right. I'm going to make a t-shirt saying Shane was right. Shane was right. Shane was like, listen, man, we can't fuck with nobody but ourselves. We can't play with nobody but ourselves. You know? Shane was right. Shane was right. And if you watch The Walking Dead long enough, you know Shane was right. Shane was like, listen here, this old man in this house, we need to take care of this old man, take him out. We need to kill everybody in this house. You know what I mean? Shane was right, though. If they would, and they spent like, how long they spent looking for that little girl? Shane was like, this girl is gone, y'all. We need to keep moving. No, we gotta look for. How you expect a little girl to survive in the Georgia wilderness for 3 weeks and hoping you see with a zombie infestation? Rick had a big ego. His wife got pregnant. Yeah, Shane was up in them guts before Rick got shot. It wasn't no after Rick got. Shane was in them guts before Rick got shot. But you know what? I don't know about y'all, but I was very happy when they took Rick's wife out. She was getting on my nerves from season 1. I couldn't stand that heifer for 4 seasons, however many seasons it was that she was still around. 3 seasons or something like that. I was tired of that heifer, boy. I was so elated when they got rid of her. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't have to listen to her. She was just an ungrateful heifer. This man came all the way back from the dead, out the hospital, in a tank with zombies all around, attacking his horse, going through Atlanta, the zombie capital of the South. He came back to see your dusty ass who was cheating on him before he died, and you want to act like a little heifer. My only regret is they just didn't make her die in a very horrible way. Like they did old boy from Everybody Hates Chris. That was terrible. Man, you know, how they got rid of my boy T Dog. T Dog ain't had an acting job since. He still do Walking Dead conventions as T Dog. Po man. Oh, we down. Oh, also we was down to 3. Say I was gonna go with 2. 2 is just a phone conversation. If it's 2 people in here, you just need to call me. Shit. I ain't gonna do no live with just 2 people. I'd rather get off of here and give you my phone number. We can chat it up. I tell y'all man really messed it up, man. Women afraid to give out their phone numbers because there's so many creepy men out there. And what are y'all doing sending unsolicited junk mail? I have never done that in my life. Women would rather get a picture of pizza or tacos than your penis. You would be better off sending a woman a picture of tacos. That would get you farther. And if you don't believe me, then you don't know women. They've seen many penis pics, but they have not seen taco pics. You send a woman a taco, you got her for life, bro. You send a woman a picture of some food, just randomly. Oh man, you got you good looking food. You won. Don't be sending her a picture of your junk mail. She don't want to see that. Send taco pics. She appreciate it. See, pay me for a good time. That's a player right there. Gotta watch out for him. He know. He's an experienced veteran. See, us old school players, we just getting old, y'all. You know, we can't wine and dine the women with respect and kindness like we used to. We had to settle down. And now most of us are just trying to get another wife because we're desperate. We're trying to keep the hoe inside of us from coming out. We're trying to hold on. But you know the crazy thing is about man, I done been in love with 2 people at one time, more than once. But was that love though? I don't know. I was young. It's crazy how when shit go wrong, you be like, huh, was that love? Just because the shit didn't work right. Yeah, that was love. Dumb love, but it was love. Y'all got me talking for. I said I was gonna get off of here at 12. Y'all got me talking for a whole nother hour. Y'all ain't shit, man. Mm-hmm. Bia Elizabeth, Mariah College, and pay me. What's up, Deidre? Deirdre? That's how you really say it, Deirdre. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all got 7 minutes. You ask me any question for this last 7 minutes. And don't ask no complicated question that's gonna keep me talking for 25. You know? When was the last time anybody been in a fight? Has anybody been in a fight, or the women specifically here? You women, have you been in a fight since you've been an adult? Like a fight, you know, not an argument, a fight, physical confrontation. What did I do? I helped the zombie school. They in Atlanta they had this thing called the zombie school, right? So when the show first came out, it was like people didn't know how to be the zombies that they needed them to be on the show. And what you don't know on that show is that the zombies are quiet. They add all of those sounds in post, you know? So they walk around like, and they can't breathe either. So you can't see their chest moving. So they got to hold their breath and do all of that stuff. And I had to I had to teach them how to do all of that. And I was a zombie too. I was in the horde. A bunch of celebrities been zombies and y'all ain't know, man. You know? A bunch of celebrities been zombies and y'all ain't know. Not saying I'm a celebrity, but some celebrities been zombies and nobody knew. Mark Hamill was a zombie. That's right. Luke freaking Skywalker. An uncredited zombie. There's some other celebrities. What's because you know they film a lot of movies in Atlanta, and if the Walking Dead is it's they film a lot of movies in Atlanta. So if the Walking Dead is shooting, you know, and somebody really love the show, they will go down there and ask, "Hey man, y'all need a zombie? Can y'all make me up where it don't look like me?" They be like, "Hell yeah, come on," you know. Um, there'll be a zombie. I done had some cool instances with celebrities, man. I got to chill with Queen Latifah for a little bit. That was real smooth, man. I was working on Star, and I got to kick it with Queen. That was dope, you know. That was dope. Yeah. You said you gotta be scared. They came back and heard me talking about zombies. Hey man, zombies are cool. I like to, you know, the crazy thing about zombies, the reason why I love zombies so much, and I might be going to a little bit too deep into film theory here. You know, I guess since I wasted that money on a film degree, I might as well use it, right? But uh, George Romero, just like Stan Lee when he wrote X Men, George Romero wrote Night of the Living Dead as a pretty much a metaphor for race in America. And if you notice that any Hollywood horror story is always about the rise of the oppressed, whether it be sexually oppressed, socially oppressed, spiritually oppressed. Every horror movie is a revolution. Every horror movie is a revolutionary story about the rise of some type of oppressed people. Yeah, whether they righteously or wrongfully oppressed, you know, because Freddy Krueger was oppressed in a righteous way, you know. Even though the new movie they made it seem like he was innocent and didn't do that stuff to them kids and was trying to get, you know, revenge, but no, Freddy Krueger, he was a petter, and they took care of him. In the new movie, they made it seem like he was an innocent victim of circumstance, but no, he did that shit. But I also like science fiction movies. Science fiction movies, are just karma horror stories. And if you want to know another film this theory thing, melodramas, horror movies, and adult movies are all the same thing, and they call them body genres because every one of them has a money shot that they're trying to get from the watcher. You know, a visceral physical reaction. Melodramas, you cry. Horror movies, you get scared. And, adult movies, whatever. But in each one of those, a secretion of bodily fluid is the money shot. Horror movies is blood. Melodramas is tears. And we all know what the other one is in adult movies. We know what bodily fluid that is. I don't think I need to explain that. Or do I? Hopefully I know some biology out there. Yeah. Cheesy movie based Bumpy Johnson. You talking about Hoodlum? Hoodlum was on Bumpy Johnson. He said, "Blah, please don't." How much do you think cinema movies past influenced development of humanity? I think art is a reflection of life, and don't be trying to come up in my house and tell me what to do, Mariah. I am a grown man, and I know when I know. I thought she was waking up. See, I did 2 days of work yesterday. But I'm a lazy husband, though, man. I feel sorry for my wife because I'm a lazy husband. I wish I wasn't, but I've been this way my whole life. I do shit when I get around to it, you know? And the bad thing about it is I don't even be seeing the shit that I gotta do. It's like the shit don't exist. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that right there? See what? That big ass basket of laundry right there. You don't see that? Oh shit, that has been there for 2 days. Yeah, let me get on that. My mind just my brain be everywhere. All of this shit y'all hear me talk about, that's how my brain really is. Not on this live either. My brain is live all the time. Paintings and writing, and it's just a terrible place to live. I'm glad I don't live in my brain. Well, technically I do, but I'm glad other people don't live in my brain. Should be like in the mouth of madness. It'd be ridiculous. Y'all wouldn't make it. Y'all wouldn't make it 24 hours. This shit running high speed, man. I got computer code in here. I got art in here. I got music in here. I got poetry in here. I got sculpting in here. I got piano playing in this motherfucker. I got all kinds of shit going on that would cripple the average man. I'm a goddamn superhero. As you can tell by my humble nature. Positive J, what's up? Another J. Y'all want to know how I got the name J Ali? Because that's not my real name. I was in Iraq, had a buddy named Bahir Muhammad. And when I first introduced myself, my name is Chris. My government is Chris. And they would butcher my name. It's something about the Arab, something about that CHR. They was like, Chris, hey, Chris. I'm like, man, y'all just killing my name. And he was like, we don't like this name. I'm like, you don't like my name? No, we don't like this name, Chris. It's too much problem. I'm like, hey, it's mushkile. Too much problem. We give you Iraqi name. I'm like, okay, so what's my Iraqi name? He say, we call you Yasim. It was Jasim. We call you Yasim Ali because you are bold. And because, like Ali, Muhammad Ali, you never shut up. And once they said that name, I just saw it in lights, y'all. I saw J. Ali in lights. All right, Mariah, go ahead and do your thing. Got to do a GRWM live. I don't know what that is. What's a GRWM? Got to do a grim one. Somebody tell me what that acronym is. Going to do a GRWM live. What the fuck is that? Grown woman live. What's grown woman live? What? Somebody let me know what that code is, cause my brain broke that down as grown woman live, and oh man, I appreciate all y'all though. It's 1:05. I gave y'all 5 minutes of extra time. Thank y'all for joining me today. You are really a pleasure. You don't know how much I appreciate you guys for just hanging around and talking to me. Um, I really want to find out what GRWM Live is before I get the hell out of here. Anybody know? No? I guess I'll have to use the Google and find it out then. All right? So y'all be good, people. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Get ready with me. Get ready with me. Is that for real? I'm going to do a get ready with me live. That don't make sense. Oh, a get ready with me. So she's going to be getting ready and then she's going to do a live about her getting ready. Is that actually a thing? Because I'm thinking that's a grown woman live and I'm thinking OnlyFans. I tell you, a man's mind goes straight to sex. It's terrible. All right. I done signed off 3 times already. Yeah, you watched him put on makeup and stuff. Oh, okay. I get it. Well, found out what it was. Thank y'all. God bless you. Have a good night. Have a good day. 3 hours.